All right, I'm a millionaire real estate agent today, guys. I think part of the fun for me is watching you guys guess where we're going to be. And sometimes you get it right, sometimes you get it wrong. All right, the title of today's conversation is Success is Less Complicated Than Most People Make It. Success is less complicated than most people make it. I have three major points for you. Number one, chasing complexity. Number two, simplicity is the ultimate form of sophistication. And number three, choice, not chance, determines your destiny. All right, let's get started. Chasing complexity. If you seek complex solutions to complex questions, you will end up chasing complexity your whole life. Who can identify with that? Yeah. You know, Clarissa, one of the things that I learned from Gary Ubaldini many, many years ago is be a recovering perfectionist. So it's not really a challenge for me. Because I'm definitely a ready, fire, aim guy. However, I get it. I'm married to a perfectionist. She is perfect, by the way. So just in case she's watching. Okay. If you seek complex solutions to complex questions, you will end up chasing complexity your whole life. Ready, fire, aim, or ready, aim, 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 fire. Which one are you? Become a recovering perfectionist. So you guys know the clay pot story and it applies. So I'm going to tell you again. So there's an art teacher who has two groups and she divides her art class into group A and group B. And group A, she assigns the assignment of creating the perfect clay pot. And group B, she assigns the assignment of making as many clay pots as they can in a 60-minute time period. Now, at the end of 60 minutes, she discovers that not only did group B make more clay pots because that was the job, they actually made a more perfect clay pot. Group A was so focused on finding a complex answer to a complex question. They were so busy with ready, aim, 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 fire that they never pulled the trigger and therefore failed at the assignment. Success is simple. Don't make it complicated. Point number two. Simplicity is the ultimate form of sophistication. So from page 38 of MREA, Gary Keller says, reinventing the wheel every time is just plain exhausting. Oh boy, who can apply it? Who can identify with that? I can. Reinventing the wheel is just plain exhausting and it leads to breakdowns and burnouts. On the other hand, I think you'll discover modeling will become empowering. In fact, it may make things appear so simple, it feels like cheating. So I have news for you. It's not cheating. Model success. The four fundamental models of the MREA, the four fundamental models of the millionaire real estate agent are the economic model, the lead generation model, the budget model, and the organizational model. Learn those models. That's your playbook. And then just run the plays and success is simple. As a matter of fact, it may feel like cheating. Success leaves clues. People who produce outstanding results do specific things to create those results. Actions are the source of all results. The process of discovering exactly and specifically what people do to produce a specific result is called modeling. All right, my last major point for you today is choice, not chance, determines your destiny. Gary goes on to say, I believe that you, the real estate agent, can determine your own destiny because you have a choice to either practice real estate as a job or run your real estate practice as a business. You have a job to practice real estate as a job or to run your real estate job as a business. So, are you familiar with cash flow quadrant from Robert Kiyosaki? Yeah. And I think this is the best example of what Gary Keller is saying when he says you have a choice. You can either run your real estate practice as a job or you can run it as a business, and it's a choice. So Robert Kiyosaki in the cash flow quadrant, he takes 4 boxes and he divides your opportunity to earn income into 4 different boxes. All right. In the top left, you work for money. You are an employee. And in this box down here, you are self-employed. Congratulations. It won't take you very long for you to discover that you work harder than you did as an employee. This is where most real estate agents live. This is where most of you live. And how hard you work is really dependent on you. And how successful you are probably depends on how hard you work, especially in the beginning. Now, my job as a real estate trainer and coach is to teach real estate agents how to go from here to here. And in this top right box, you own a business. And now people work for you. And bottom right-hand box is money works for you. All right, now the models that I'm going to follow in this box here, as far as I own a business, people work for me, is I'm going to follow the organizational model from the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. And I'm also going to follow career visioning as a model in order to attract talent, hire the right person for the right role. Jim Collins talks about it in his book, Good to Great. Our job is not only to find the right people to put on the bus, our job is to find the right people in order to put in the right seat on the bus. Hire me as a market center administrator, and not only am I going to fail miserably, but I'll probably put your market center out of business because I'm not wired for that role. Hire me as a team leader, I'm probably going to do okay. So career visioning and the KPA are models. They're models that exist within the ecosystem that is Keller Williams Realty. You want to follow these models in order to build a successful business. Now, 30, 60, 90 is another model that exists within our ecosystem. And 30, 60, 90, Tennyson, is how we train someone in that role once we've hired them. If you hire somebody, you hire the right person and you put them in the right seat on the right bus, and your training exists of here's the manual, good luck, they're probably not going to succeed. Follow the models. Now, down here in the bottom right-hand side, we have money works for you. And I have a couple of questions for you. How many sources of passive income do you have? You don't need to answer those questions for me right now, but I would write those questions down for myself if I'm you and I'm taking notes, which is code for take notes. Did that end up on the back of my t-shirt?
Write it down, write it down, write it down.
Yeah, how about if I'm you and I'm taking notes, which is code for take notes. I know I say that all the time, right? If I'm asking you to take notes, it's code for take notes. There you go. Could be on next year's shirt.
Right.
Okay. If I'm taking notes, I'm writing down how many sources of income do I have? Now, the next question is, what's the definition of passive income? And the next question is, what's the difference between active passive income and passive income? And then the last question is, what's your freedom number? Your freedom number is a number that, and I'm not asking you to define a freedom number, I'm defining it for you. I actually want you to come up with a dollar amount. Your freedom number is the amount of money that you make every month or every year in passive income that would fund your perfect life. So you look at your budget, you look at everything that you want to do, vacations, giving back, tithing, everything that you want to do. What's that going to cost you monthly, or what's that going to cost you every year? And how much money would you need to earn in passive income such that you don't have to work unless you want to? What's that number? What's your freedom number? And then where are you right now? In other words, how much passive income do you earn on average every month right now? And then the next question is, what's the gap? What's the gap between where you are and where you want to be? And then the next question is, what do you need to do in order to close the gap? In Gary Keller's book, The One Thing, the question would be, what's the one thing that I can do such that by doing it, everything else would become easy or unnecessary? So I'm a huge fan of profit share. And my one thing would be add one person to my first level downline every month. If I added one person to my first level downline every month for the next 5 years, that's 60 people in my first level downline in profit share. Those 60 people, a third of them, 20, have 2 more people who they bring to the company. That's 60 more in the second level, and on and on and on and on and on, 7 levels deep. And you've just built a downline that's bigger than Linda McKissick's. And Linda McKissick has earned more than $1 million in profit share for the last 5 years. I think that would be a good freedom number. Okay, talk to me, guys. What'd you hear? What questions do you have?